All right, there's no audiobook of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I was told to do that. And Rule 3, Atlas Aultman. This is my book. They named me Author of the Year. It was written for my kids. And I'm gonna start off with what it is. This is me being in the shadows on the sidelines of history next to people like special operators, the President of the United States as a personal communications aide, putting him on the phone. And in combat zones, advising generals and senior leaders in Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, all that stuff, 30 plus countries. Who cares, right? So I took all my notes and I summarized them and put them in this little book. It took me a long time to do that. So in that, I have not run it through any audios. So you'll be the first one to ever listen to this from my voice. I promise I'll do it though. Atlas Aultman, Rule 3, how elite leaders win. First thing I do is define elite because that's important. People are stupid. Elite is a noun. A select group that is superior in terms of ability or qualities to the rest of a group or society. That's the definition. Notice, this is what I'm saying. There are no specific titles, organizations, or people who are assigned to this space in the definition. It is a group that is recognized as superior. That's it. Being elite is something that has to be earned daily. You can make the decision to find and work with the elite. Here goes my story of how this adopted kid never stopped chasing his dream to be with the most elite teams that he could be with, and what he learned in over 3 decades. The disclaimer, I gotta read this. Months were spent ensuring this book does not contain classified or sensitive operational or tactical information. The stories, names, and locations of this information may have been changed to protect the current service members, many of which you will never hear about because nobody really cares about us until they need us. That's just a fact. The United States Department of Defense at the time asked that I put the following disclaimer in this book. The views expressed in this publication are those of the author and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Department of Defense or the U.S. government. The public release clearance of this publication by the Department of Defense does not imply the Department of Defense endorsement or factual accuracy of the material. That's something I put in here. This book was written to pass down to my boys and is now dedicated to those served because we're all family. So first responders, military, police, fire, medical, along the way, thank you for all. I put in some personal stuff in here. Friends and teammates around the world, thank you for your presence in my life. I was a boy. My mother just raised me up to really look at who was around me, and it was you. So this is how my book starts. It's a thank you to my boys. You have my heart and my mind. Thank you for continuing to share our journey. I'm proud of the men that you have become. Let's go. I'm going to go into intro next.